music be the food of love. Play on, give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more! O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou! Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
If you please, my lord, I might not be admitted. But from her handmaid I do return this answer. The eminence itself, till 7 years heat, shall not behold her face in ample view. But, like a cloistress, she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye of heaven bride. All this to season, a brother's dead love, which she will keep fresh and lasting, your sad remembrance.
Oh, she hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love, but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones, are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, Captain?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you, and those poor numbers saved with you, clung to our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as a name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, but was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do, the less we're proud of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say, she hath abjured the company in sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world until I had made mine own occasion mellow, what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she'll admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a servant to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music. Thou shalt allow me very worth his service. What else mayhap? To time I will commit. Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his servant, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, and let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure cares an enemy the light.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
But you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And the foolish knight you brought in here one night to be her wooer?
Who? Sir Andrew.
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
He'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Why that you'll say so? He plays with a vile gamboy, speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He's a fool. He's a great quarreler, and but that he hath the gift of a coward to lay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought him on the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they're scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coyster will not drink to my niece till his brains turn to the toe like a parish top. Here comes Sir Andrew.
Sir Toby!
Now, Sir Andrew. Oh,
Bless you, fair shrew!
And you too, sir.
accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost! I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress, Mary accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, what an undertaker in this company! Is that the meaning of accost?
Very well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew, would thou mightst never draw sword again.
And as you part so, fair mistress, I never draw sword again. What do you think you have, fools in hand, fair lady?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Oh, but you shall. And here's my hand.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, methinks. I think sometimes I have no more wit than an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does great harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Oh, I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in dancing, fencing, and bear baiting. Oh, if I had followed the arts. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. And your niece will not be seen, or if she be it, 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I have heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow with the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws as knight?
As any man in Illyria.
What is thy excellence in the galliard, knight?
Faith! I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the button to it.
And I think I'm simply as good at this back trick as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore are these gifts a curtain before them? Are they like to take dust like Mistress Mall's picture? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a coranto? My very walk should be a jig. I'll not so much as make water, but in a syncopate. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, that it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and does indifferent well in flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and hearts.
No, sir, it is legs and thighs. Let me see the caper. Higher, higher! Oh, excellent.
continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you would like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Oh!
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you well aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less than all. I have unclasped thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors, and tell them there thy fixed foot shall go till thou have won.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as to spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become me well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblant of a woman's part.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet, a bark will strike. Whoe'er I woo, myself will be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my mouth so wide as the bristle may enter and waive thy excuse. My lady will hang me for thy absence.
Oh, let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no color.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent. Is that not worth a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and those that turn away let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other shall hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Go thy way. Thou wert as witty piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were best.
God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away. Is not here, fellows. Take away the lady.
Go to. You are a dry fool. No more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
Two faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool drink, then the fool is not dry. Bid the dishonest man grow dishonest. If he mend, then he is no longer dishonest. The lady may take away the fool, gentlemen, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Oh, mispresent in the highest degree, good Madonna. Give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good, my mouse of virtue, answer me.
For want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do, till the pangs of death shake him. The infirmity that decays the wise doesn't make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a better infirmity for the speedy increase of your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for tuppence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged.
I protest I take these wise men who cross with these set kind of fools no better than the fool zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and free of disposition is to take these things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets.
Thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desirous to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it.
Thou hast spoke for us as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove hath crammed with brains. Oh, for here he comes now, one of your kin, who has a most weak by a matter.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he after me, cousin?
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen? What gentleman?
Is a gentleman here. A flag of these pickled herrings. How now, sot?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery! There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will, I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. The first one draught above heat makes him a fool, the second maddens him, and the third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crown, or let him sit on my cause. For he's in the third degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and so the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on from to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be supported to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, as a squash is before 'tis a peacock, or a codling which is almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. Speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach and call him my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I will answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I have taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you are saucy at my gates. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. Speak your mind.
It alone concerns. I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courteous smith is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no taxation of homage, no overture of war. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Give us the place alone. We will hear of this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Dear lady,
Most comfortable document. Much can be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom,
In his bosom? What chapter of his bosom?
to answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You were asked me of texts, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look, sir, such I wonder was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently well done, if God did all.
'Tis engraved, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you would leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Such a love should be but recompensed, though you were crowned the known variety of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet, I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and shape of nature, a gracious person. Yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly light, in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a little cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate halls, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come again to tell me how he takes it. Very well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
Above my fortunes, yet my status well, I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art, even so quickly may one catch a plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfection, with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left his ring behind him, would I or not? Tell him all none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If this youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do, I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer than my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not owe. Decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
My father was that of Sebastian of Messaline. whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and his sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, if I've added to your sadness.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, then let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. The danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now at the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have arrived since but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains. Taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will nothing. And one thing more, that you be never so hearty to come again in his affairs. Unless it to me report his taking of this, receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, it is that binds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The very cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard enough for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion, I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early, so that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Well, faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Learn the scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marion, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool in faith.
How now, my hearts, didst thou never see a picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch. Come on. There's sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
Here's a testrel and me too.
Ab Kadeki Jekyll Monocker Stewitzes.
Excellent, good in faith.
The most remarkable word I've ever seen. Ab Kadeki Jekyll Monocker Stewitzes.
On the left, Louis, my true that.
Temptation like an A word is any
very sweet and
like about what this word can mean. I'll be the smartest bird the world's ever seen!
Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me! Let's do it! I'm a dog in a catch!
Fire lady, sir, and some dogs will catch as well.
Come, begin!
Emmanuel Cat was drunken scamp, was very rarely stable.
I think was a boozy beggar who could drink you under the table.
Dei var hum, grau konsum, bil am gliding, I got!
And wicked guns, fierce hard, just as like the cycle.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady had not called up her Stuart Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach about the raising of the wrist.
Socrates himself was particularly miffed.
John Stuart Mill of his own free will,
half pint said he was particularly ill.
Plato, they say, stick it away, have a crate of whiskey every day.
Aristotle was a maker for blood, and Hobbes was fond of his dram. And Rene Descartes was a drunken fart. I drink, therefore I am.
Socrates himself was particularly fun. A lovely little thinker, but a stinker on the run!
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed. He does it with more grace, but I do it more natural.
Here's a story of a lovely lady.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack off!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it will please you to take leave of her, she's very willing to bid you farewell.
Who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
All of them had hair of gold, just like their mother.
So,
The youngest one in curls.
Gentle story of a man named Brady, who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone.
Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favorite anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
'Tis as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, as to challenge in the field, and then break promise with him, making a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Oh, sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. The youth of the Count is today with my lady, and she is much out of quiet. As for Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him into common recreation, do not think I have enough wit to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, he is sometimes kind of Puritan.
If I got back, I'd beat him like a dog!
What? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
Well, I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason good enough.
The devil of Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but an affectionate ass that can't state it without book and utters it by great swords, so
love him. And on that vice, my revenge will find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady. On forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now will make an ass of him.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Oh, sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physical work with him. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
She's a good wench by my side.
She's a beagle true bred and one that adores me. What of that?
I was once adored too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
And I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold a bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so.
Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her.
But if she cannot love you, my lord?
I cannot so be answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with the green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place. Bide no delay.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the niggardly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
Nay, I would.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we shall fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not? It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into that box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He's been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his shadow for this half hour. Observe him for the love of the mockery. For I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. For here comes the trout that must be called tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me. And I have heard herself come thus near that should she fancy, should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, please! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advancing plumes.
Slight I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Oh, rogue!
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace! Peace!
There is an example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace, peace! Now he's deeply in. Look how his imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my estate,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye!
calling my officers about me, in my branched velvet gown, having come from my day bed, where I had left Olivia sleeping.
Ha! Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace!
And then to have the demure of state, and after demure travel regard, telling them, I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace! Now, now!
7 of my people with an obedient start make up for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with my rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with curse, yet peace!
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
Oh, and does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab! Out!
Nay, patience will break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you!
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew it was! Forgetting you call him fool!
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace! And the spirit of humors intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very seeds, her ewes, and her teas. Thus makes she her great peas. It is in contempt to question her hand.
Her sees, her ewes, and her teas. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by her leave wax, and the impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him to liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know what follows. The number's altered. No man must know. This should be thee, Malvolio.
Mary hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke, my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What a dish of poison has she dealt him.
And with what wing the Staniel checks at it.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say the cure would work it out? He's excellent at faults.
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I shall cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this little, it should bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. Socrates follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember to mend thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read polity confidence. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. Thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become me well. Therefore, in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Shall I play my freedom at trade trip and become thy bond slave?
Faith, or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like Aquavita with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into noble contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
receive you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Je vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir. To enter?
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Rain odors well, as you so rare courtier.
My matter hath no voice, madam, save for your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. Right already, I'll get them all.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. You are a servant to the Count Orsino.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, for they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
I pray you, never speak again of him, unless would you undertake another suit. I'd rather hear you solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Oh, give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me do.
I pity you.
Well, that's a degree to love.
No, not a grise. For it is a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. Fear not, Cesario, I shall not have you. And yet, when wit and youth come to harvest, your wife is like to reap the crop in there. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship.
Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou sayest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
Why would you were as I would have you be?
Would it be better, madam, than what I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that, maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort these reasons from this clause, for that I will thou hast no cause, but rather reason with us reason better. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman knows, and never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
And yet, come again, for thou perhaps mayest move this heart which now pours to like his love.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Marry, sir, I saw your niece do more favors for the Count's serving than ever she bestowed upon me.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You then should have accosted her, and with some excellent jests far removed from the myth, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do
redeem it, of course, by some lawful attempt at either valor or policy.
Can't be anyway. It must be valor from policy I hate. I just need to be a brownist as a politician.
Why then, building thy fortunes upon the basis of valor, challenge me the count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this surrender.
Will either of you write me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief, it is no matter how witty it would be, eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou vowest him some price, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper. Though the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England, no matter, set them down. Go about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink. Where thou write with a goose pen, no matter.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
Oh, I have been dear to him, some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then. By all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think Oxford and Wayne ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if you were open and you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And the youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Young Gull Malvolio has turned heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved believing rightly can ever believe in such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-garter.
Most villainously, like a pedant that does keep the school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it by great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than cloud steel did spur me forth.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make, but thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of the town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. Let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Countess' galleys I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of this town. There shall you meet me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eyes shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. And
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where's Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship will best to have some guard about you if he should come. The man is surely tainted in his wits.
Go call him here then. I am as mad as he, if sad and very madness he could be. And how now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady.
Smilest thou? I set thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady? I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-garter. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
not black in my mind, though yellow in my leg, did come to his hands, and man shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so?
Why appear thee with such ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness.
The heavens restore thee!
Remember, commend thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to thou a maid if thou desires to be so.
Am I maid?
If not, let me see thee a steward still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He awaits your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for half of my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to come to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn with him. For she incites me to that in the letter. The opposite with a kinsman. Surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. And consequently sets down the manner how as a sad face, a reverent carriage, the habit of some sort of note, and so forth. I have limned her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. When she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove not high is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir?
How is it with you, man? Go off.
I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady, prays you to have a care of him.
Ah, that is so. Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What, man? Defy the devil! Consider he's an enemy of mankind!
Do you know what you say?
Lion, you speak ill of the devil. Pray God he be not bewitched. Darius, watch the wise woman. Marry, it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
There was no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why, how now, my Balcock? How dost thou?
Chuck! Sir! I bid thee come with me. What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collier!
Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx?
No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go! Hang yourselves all, your idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall make it mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and found. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad.
the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
It's so saucy.
Aye, it is. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and yet exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Sir Andrew. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it, for he's now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Skulk before him at the corner of the orchard, like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible. Ha! For it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself could have earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing!
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity in breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the young gentleman. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver his message by word of mouth. Set upon Sir Andrew notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as know his youth will aptly receive it, into a hideous opinion of his youth, strength, skill, and impetuosity. This shall so fright them both, that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and then presently after him.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to a chariot. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, but mocks reproof.
The same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my pitcher. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What will you say that I'll deny, where honor's saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your own true love for my master.
How with mine honor shall I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir?
What defense thou hast to take thee taught. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite and bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be yare in thy preparation. Thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure that no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he the force 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word, give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely to others to taste
their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety you might answer him.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know the night of my offense to him as being. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Fabian, stay by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not to know so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a fear ago. I had a pass with him, and he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on.
Plague on it! I will not meddle with him!
Aye, but you will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Someone pox on it! And I thought he'd been so valiant and cunning in fence. I'd have challenged him rather than damned. Let him let the matter slip. I'll give him my horse, Grey Capitalist.
I'll make the motion. Stand here, make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I've persuaded him the youth's a devil.
And he is as horribly conceited of him, and he pants and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of his quarrel, and finds it now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore, draw for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground for you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot find it well to avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, do it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman had done offense, I take fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir? Why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love yet dares do more than you have word and brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Good Sir Toby, hold! Here comes the officers!
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your sword up if you please.
Verily will I, sir. And for that I promised you. I'm as good as my word. He's well bred and will reign you easily.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
Oh, no, sir, no jot. I know your favor well. Though now you wear no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there's no remedy, I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than for what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you've showed me here, I'll lend you something.
My having is not much. I'll make division of my present. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling drunkenness, or any tainted vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here, I snatch one half out of the jaws of death.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile an idol proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Thinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper o'er a couple of two of the most sage saws.
He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. And he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. Ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
I'll after him and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
I am sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Ah, well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor have I been sent you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor is your name Master Cesario. This is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard this word used for some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. Tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee. And there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir. This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be some of your coats for tuppence.
Come on, sir, hold.
No, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him. If there be any law in Illyria, though I struck first, no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier. Put up guard. You are well blessed. Come on.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now?
Nay, I must have an ounce or two of this malpert blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on thy life I charge thee, hold.
Madam.
Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners narrow are preached? Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rude speak be gone. I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway this unjust and uncivil extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house and hear how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath watched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go, do not deny. The shrew his soul for me, he started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and let me steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
And say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly. I'll fetch Sir Toby the whiles.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. Oh, if ever I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown, for I am not tall enough to become the function, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. Oh, the competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Topaz.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say? Peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who has come to visit Malvolio the lunatic. Ow, hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou this man?
Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz never was man thus wrong. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! For I am one of those gentle ones that calls thee by thy most modest terms, and uses the very devil himself in courtesy. Sayest thou this house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barricados, and the clerestories towards the south-north are as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well! Remain thou still in darkness if thou wilt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow thy wits and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well!
Sir Topaz.
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou might have done this without thy gown and beard. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot pursue this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Ooh.
Fool.
It's the most remarkable word I've
Fool.
ever seen.
Fool, I say.
Good
fool.
If I think about
Has ever
exactly
done
what it
well
means.
by hand.
It starts.
Help me to a candle, pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
I, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Then thou art mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here property made. keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Ooh, advise you what you say. The minister is here. Malvolio, thou wouldst the heavens restore, endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topaz.
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who? I, sir? Not I, sir. Oh, God buy you, Sir Topaz. Marry a man. I will, sir, I will.
Fool, I say.
Alas, sir, be patient, sir. What say you, sir? I am sent for speaking with you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you were, sir.
By this hand, I am. Good fool, help me to some light and paper, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I shall fetch you light and paper and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
This is the air, and that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, or else the lady is mad. But if it were so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy man, into the chantry by. There, before him and underneath the consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whiles your will, it shall come to know what time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good Father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see the letter.
Good Mistress Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are up for trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can this be?
Truly, sir, my friends praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass. So by my foes I better profit in the knowledge of myself. By my friends I am abused. So conclusions be as kisses, and if your four negatives make your two affirmatives, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent.
Truly, sir. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. If you will let your lady know I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Lullaby to your bounty, till I come again.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war.
He did me kindness, sir. Drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy. It is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew, Titus, lost his leg. Here, in the streets, desperate of shame and state, did we apprehend him.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief!
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I must confess on basing ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and all his in dedication for his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love. Into the dangers of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, and grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I'd recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have? Renaud Olivia may seem serviceable. Cesario, do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, it is as bad and fulsome to mine ears howling after music.
Still so cruel?
And still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithless offerings, hath breathed out that air devotion tender? What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, that shall become him.
Hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still? But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom, by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite? Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I whose jock and acted willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by almost than e'er I shall love wife.
I mean to test it, how beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
And hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? And call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away!
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Her husband, can he that deny?
Her husband? Sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, 'tis the basis of thy fear that makes us strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, then thou art as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Holy Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence, hear it one hold. Though lately we intended to keep in darkness, this occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What dost thou now, hast newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony. Since when my watch hath told me, toward my grave I have travelled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, farewell and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broken my head across and given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb. Oh, I had but 40 pound I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We We took him for a coward, but he's a very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Oh, slave things! There he is! You broke my head across for nothing! And that the deed I was set on to do by Sir Toby!
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think one sets nothing by a bloody coxcomb. And if Sir Toby had not put in the drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did. Here comes Sir Toby now, halting.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
It's all one. It hurt me. And there's the end on it. Oh, son! Didst see the surgeon, son?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passy measured pavin. I hate the drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, for we'll be dressed together.
Get him. Get him to them and let his hurt be looked.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons?
Antonio! Oh, dear Antonio, how have the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you...
Fearst thou that, Antonio?
How have you made a vision of yourself? An apoplectin too is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister whom the blind way surged and devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What name? What countryman? What parentage?
Of Messalin. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too.
Were you a woman as the rest goes even? I should my tearlet fall upon thy cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
I am
Viola! So comes it, lady, you have been mistook.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldest love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in heart as doth that orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
And he shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy for mine own, for my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, Sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as any man in his case may do. He is here, writ a letter to you, which I should have given to you today morning. But since a madman's epistles are no gospels, they are failed much when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look then to be well edified, and the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, madam!
Where do you read out that right wits?
But I do. But to read in his right wits is to read thus so.
Read it to me, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have the letter that induced me to the semblance you put on. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him deliver, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, to think me as well sister as a wife, one day shall crown alliance on it. So please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this day be you master's mistress.
Aye, sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Why, you have given me such clear lights of favor. Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby in the light of people. Acquiesce in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on? Tell me why.
This is not my writing, though I confess much like its character, but out of the question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethinks me, it was she who first told me thou was mad, and then camest in smiling, in such words which are here presupposed upon thee in the letter. And prithee, be content. When we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak. Most freely I confess. Myself and Sir Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Maria writ the letter, at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her.
Alas, poor fool, how they baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness upon them. I was one in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad, but do you remember?
Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, for he is gagged.
And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I will be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convince, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.